Good morning, America. Deadly shooting in Atlanta. Bullets flying near the campuses of the Centers for Disease Control and Emory University. Residents put on lockdown. An officer and the gunman killed.
Today is a very dark day in DeKalb County.
Shots cracking through the windows of the CDC. Was it the gunman's target?
Breaking overnight, Times Square shooting. Gunfire ringing out in New York City in the spot called the Crossroads of the World. At least 3 people wounded. Emergency crews responding to the chaotic scene. What we know this morning.
Wildfire danger. Thousands of people north of Los Angeles forced to evacuate their homes. A wildfire exploding in size. The extreme heat and dry conditions fueling fires across parts of the West. The heat now hitting the heartland with triple-digit temperatures. Our weather team tracking it all.
Face to face, President Trump to meet with Russia's President Putin on U.S. soil. How Ukraine's President Zelensky is reacting amid hopes to end the war.
Takeover plans. Hamas responds to Israel's intent to take control of Gaza City. Other countries also weighing in as the humanitarian situation worsens. This deck collapsing at a site where aid was dropped from the air.
Water slide malfunction. Passengers speaking out about the frightening scene on board the world's largest cruise ship when part of the giant water slide cracked open.
All of a sudden, people start screaming, yelling, freaking out.
What the cruise line is saying about it.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
NFL preseason kicks into high gear.
Ball down the field, complete.
The players to watch, including Shedeur Sanders making his preseason debut.
Shedeur Sanders, welcome to the NFL.
Plus the history being made in Major League Baseball.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Saturday. Good morning, America.
That boost in the morning. Good morning, America. Hope you had some sweet dreams overnight. We're getting into the weekend here. We do have a lot to cover here, including so much action from the NFL preseason to talk about. Also, this scary scene involving the Detroit Lions and Atlanta Falcons when Lions safety Maurice Norris was injured during a play. The game suspended as Norris was taken off the field in an ambulance. We'll have the latest on his condition.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. We're also following breaking news here this morning. Gunfire ringing through New York City's busy Times Square overnight. 3 people injured. A suspect is in custody. Morgan Norwood will be live on the scene there.
Yes, but we do begin with those frightening moments in Atlanta. A gunman blasting shots near the campuses of Emory University and the Centers for Disease Control. An officer shot and killed. ABC's Faith Abube is in Atlanta with the details. Good morning to you, Faith.
Good morning to you, Janae. It was a chaotic and frightening scene that sent panic throughout this entire community. You can still see the police tape behind me surrounding the CVS building where officers found that gunman shot to death. This morning, investigators say he shot and killed a police officer who was responding to an active shooter call.
This morning, an urgent investigation underway after a gunman opened fire near the CDC headquarters in Atlanta, killing a police officer.
Today is a very dark day in DeKalb County.
Just before 5 p.m. Friday, multiple gunshots were reported at a CVS on an intersection by the campus of Emory University and near the entrance of the CDC.
We later found the shooter on the second floor of the CVS.
Officials saying the suspect fired multiple rounds into the CDC buildings. This image taken from inside, capturing some of the bullet holes. The gunman then exchanging gunfire with first responders who scrambled to the scene, shooting a police officer before ultimately succumbing to a gunshot wound himself.
He had been struck by gunfire. We do not know at this time whether that was from officers or if it was self-inflicted.
University officials sharing this urgent warning to the campus community as the chaos unraveled. Run, hide, fight.
Bro, back up.
Nearby, residents placed on lockdown, including a daycare center with 92 children inside.
She heard gunshots and there was an active shooter and they were on lockdown.
Kristen saying her wife and son, just 1.5 years old, were inside when it happened.
Angering that, my child can't be safe at daycare and my wife can't be safe picking him up from daycare.
According to the CDC, at least 4 of its buildings were shot in the attack. Adding in a statement, our top priority is the safety and well-being of everyone at CDC. We are actively coordinating with federal, state, and local partners to fully investigate the shooter and this tragic crime. And this morning, a community mourning one of their own. The DeKalb County Police Department identifying 33-year-old David Rose as the police officer who was killed by the shooter. He leaves behind his pregnant wife and 2 children.
It's a noble profession that we all do. We answer the call to serve our community, and he gave his life with a commitment to serve others, and he should be respected for that.
And Gio, that officer just started with the department back in September. In the meantime, investigators have not revealed the suspect's identity or a motive, but the Atlanta mayor making some vague references, saying that the suspect was a known person that may have some interest in certain things. We're asking investigators for more details on that. Gio.
Oh, and we are all thinking of that officer's family this morning. So heartbreaking, Faith. Thank you so much. Now to the extraordinary heat in the West and that explosive wildfire near Los Angeles. ABC's Alex Stone is in California now with more on this. Alex, good morning. I know this has been triggering for so many there in Southern California.
Gio, it absolutely has. Good morning to you. And it's going to be a tough day for firefighters. It is hot and dry. Look at this shed that burned to the ground. The flames torching up into the air, but right next to all of this, there's a propane tank and a home completely untouched. Firefighters were able to make a save. This morning, firefighters across the West battling relentless flames and record heat. 39 fires are burning in 10 states. North of Los Angeles, the Canyon Fire in the town of Castaic. It's a hot, exhausting battle for firefighters.
Working in these conditions is incredibly challenging.
At one point, the flames burning a football field every 2 seconds. More than 5,300 acres burned. Rod Meyer returning to what's left of his property.
It's the end of the world for this place, it's a start over.
But some buildings still standing thanks to firefighters.
Within minutes, all of this burned.
Within minutes.
Red flag warnings in effect from Oregon to Colorado. In Meeker, Colorado, the town is under threat from 2 lightning-caused fires the National Guard sent in to help fight the Lee and Elk fires that have scorched over 73,000 acres.
There's a lot of people that live here that have cattle that lived here all their lives. Those cattle they cut their fences, they opened their gates, they hope they made it through. It's very devastating for our entire community.
And back in California this morning, the heat is easing by a few degrees, but it's a race against the clock as firefighters are trying to put out flames before the heat returns next week. And guys, it's important to remember this isn't even the fire season here in Southern California. That's later in the fall, usually October, November, December. It's already so dry here. The Santa Ana winds haven't even arrived. They'll come likely in the next couple of months. Firefighters say this is an ominous sign of what's to come. Gio.
An ominous sign indeed. All right, Alex, thank you so much. Samara, we were talking about the months to come, but what about the days ahead?
That's a great question, Gio. Unfortunately, there's no rain in the forecast in the coming days. Conditions will remain dry, so we are staying in a situation where conditions are not favorable. Gifford fire burning in San Luis Obispo. You see Santa Clarita there has the Canyon fire, but we also have red flag warnings spanning throughout states like Utah into places like Colorado as well. It's there where fires could spread very fast. They're also dealing with extreme heat, triple-digit heat down in parts of the Southwest. That's a look at the forecast. Janae, back to you.
All right, Tamara, thank you. Now to the frantic moments in New York City's Times Square. 3 people were shot early this morning. ABC's Morgan Norwood is there right now. Morgan, this is such a busy area, especially for tourists. It's just unbelievable that this happened.
Yeah, a scary situation for sure, Janae. A summer night turning into chaos after police say gunfire erupted following a fight between 2 teenagers, but certainly playing out in the middle of tourist crowds. We've got some new video coming in this morning where you can see all of this chaos playing out, people running for cover again in one of the busiest intersections in America. By the way, drawing hundreds of thousands on any given day. It happened around 1:30 this morning. Police say a 17-year-old got into an argument with a 19-year-old and then pulled the trigger. That 19-year-old was hit in the foot, a 65-year-old man in the leg, an 18-year-old woman grazed in the neck, all in stable condition this morning and at the hospital. This video we're getting in shows medics helping one of the wounded. Police on the scene for hours overnight. They say a firearm was also recovered. We know that charges are pending against the 17-year-old, and officials are warning that even a personal dispute that plays out in public can put countless others in danger. Whit.
Sure can. Morgan Norwood with those breaking details. Thank you. We're moving to new information from overnight in that high-stakes meeting between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. It's set to take place next Friday on U.S. soil. And this morning, Ukraine's President Zelensky, who is not included, is now weighing in. ABC's senior White House correspondent Selena Wang has the very latest. Selena, good morning.
Hey, Whit, good morning to you. That's right. President Trump says he's meeting with Russia's Vladimir Putin next Friday in Alaska, and this would mark the first face-to-face meeting between Putin and a U.S. president or any major Western leader since Russia invaded Ukraine more than 3 years ago.
This morning, President Trump announcing he'll meet with Vladimir Putin here in the U.S.
We're going to have a meeting with Russia.
Trump saying the highly anticipated meeting will take place in the great state of Alaska, with further details to follow. Trump had given Putin the deadline of Friday to end the war or face punishing sanctions. But the fighting has only intensified, and instead of imposing penalties, Trump is now agreeing to meet.
President Putin, I believe, wants to see peace, and Zelensky wants to see peace. Now, President Zelensky has to get all of his everything he needs, because he's going to have to get ready to sign something, and I think he is working hard to get that done.
Trump suggests a deal would involve exchanging territory.
We're actually looking to get some back and some swapping. It's complicated. It's actually nothing easy. It's very complicated, but we're going to get some back. We're going to get some switched. There'll be some swapping of territories to the betterment of both.
Ukraine's Zelensky rejecting the suggestion of swapping territory, saying in a statement overnight, Ukraine is ready for real solutions that can bring peace. Any solutions that are against us, any solutions that are without Ukraine, are at the same time solutions against peace. Critics calling the summit a gift to Putin, accusing him of stalling as the war drags on.
Putin is stringing along Trump and playing America for a fool.
Now, President Trump had initially pushed for Ukraine's Zelensky to also be included in this meeting, but now he's moving ahead with just Putin. Meanwhile, the Kremlin has accepted these talks in Alaska, and they've already invited President Trump for a meeting next in Russia. Gio?
No matter what happens, it would be a summit that the world is watching. All right, Selena, thank you so much. Overseas now to the Mideast and reaction to Israel's plan to take control of Gaza City, a new escalation in the war that's now almost 2 years long. ABC's Marcus Moore joins us now with the latest on this. Marcus, good morning.
Good morning, Gio. This is a major escalation. Israeli officials saying the IDF will take full control of Gaza City, expanding their military operations into a city that has some 800,000 to 1 million people. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu saying the move will ensure that their war goals are met, which includes securing the release of the remaining hostages and also eliminating Hamas's fighting capabilities and governing powers. Israel making the point that this operation can be done at the same time they provide humanitarian aid to suffering families. Now, Hamas has called the plan a war crime, and several world leaders, including those from the UK and Canada, are also condemning the move and calling for an immediate ceasefire. In fact, Germany, one of Israel's closest allies, has halted arms shipments to Israel over concerns they could be used in Gaza. And the humanitarian situation is getting worse. Families are trying to get food. And these are images that show a deck collapsing at a site where aid was dropped from the air. 9 people were hurt, including 3 children. And those scenes give you a sense of the desperation that exists among families in Gaza as this war rages. Janae.
The war and the humanitarian crisis. Marcus, thank you. Back here at home now to a week-long manhunt in Montana that's come to an end. The suspect in last week's mass shooting in a bar now in custody. ABC's Melissa Adon joined us with the latest. Good morning, Melissa.
Janae, good morning. So police say after 7 days on the run, the suspect, Michael Brown, was finally arrested yesterday afternoon. Montana officials say Brown was armed with a weapon when he was captured outside of the town of Anaconda where the shooting happened. And look, it was a massive manhunt that ensued 1 week ago. From the ground to the sky, all of this after 4 people were shot to death in a western Montana bar. Police say a surveillance camera captured 45-year-old Michael Brown, an Iraq War veteran, fleeing the Owl Bar in the town of Anaconda last Friday, where he allegedly killed a bartender and 3 customers. For days, search teams scoured a mountainous area while police urged residents to stay inside and lock their doors. Now, Brown lived next to the Owl Bar. That's where that shooting took place, and police say he was known to law enforcement with a drug history. Well, the FBI, U.S. Marshals, Montana State Troopers, and even the Forest Services all assisted police with this manhunt and capture. Officials say now residents can truly sleep and rest as the investigation to prosecute Brown is now underway.
And that'll be a relief for so many. Melissa Donforest, thank you. Sources tell ABC News that New York Attorney General Letitia James is under investigation by the Department of Justice. Her lawyer saying it's all part of a political retribution campaign by President Trump. ABC News investigative reporter Olivia Rubin is joining us with the details now. Olivia, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, so the Attorney General has long been a political foe of the president, right? A target of his rhetoric on the campaign trail. But with Trump now back in office, she's a target of his Justice Department, too. Sources have told ABC News that the Department of Justice has issued subpoenas to James's office, in part investigating that civil fraud case her office brought against President Trump back in 2022. James won that case. We all remember a New York judge finding Trump and his eldest sons repeatedly committed fraud, fining him nearly $500 million. Trump has since appealed that ruling, calling the case a scam.
And Olivia, that's not the only case that prosecutors are looking at here.
That's right. They're looking at a second case, that case that James brought into the corruption case into the National Rifle Association. And its longtime leader, Wayne LaPierre, a jury last year, found the NRA and LaPierre liable for misappropriating millions of dollars in order to fund personal luxury expenses. The jury finding LaPierre and another executive must repay over $6 million. The NRA, in a statement at the time, said the verdict confirmed that it was victimized by former vendors and fiduciaries. Now, both of those cases, Trump and the NRA, under scrutiny, all part of this investigation into whether James and her office violated the civil rights of Trump and the NRA. A spokesperson for James is firing back quite harshly here, saying it's weaponization of the justice system and saying they, quote, stand strongly behind our successful litigation.
All right, we'll see how all these cases play out. Thank you, Olivia.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Janae?
All right, now to a political story you've likely heard about out of Texas, the high-stakes battle over the Republican attempt to redraw congressional districts. The state legislature unable to vote on the plan Friday because too many Democratic lawmakers have fled the state. Republicans promising another attempt on Monday. Meanwhile, the state's attorney general is asking a state court to step in and remove 13 Democrats from office.
Frightening moments on the football field when a player for the Detroit Lions suffered a serious injury in the fourth quarter. Safety Maurice Norris took a knee to the head while attempting to tackle Atlanta's Nathan Carter during last night's preseason game. Norris collapsed after his head appeared to snap back. Moments later, an ambulance took him off the field. When the game resumed, a show of solidarity as both teams ran out the clock without playing. The NFL suspending the game. The Lions head coach says Norris is breathing, talking, and feeling movement in his arms and legs. So some encouraging news there.
Yeah, we are wishing him well. Meanwhile, this morning, tributes this morning for one of the legends of American spaceflight. Astronaut Jim Lovell has died. Lovell, probably best known as the commander of Apollo 13, the 3-man crew making it home after a near catastrophic explosion on their way to the moon in 1970. He later called Apollo 13 a triumph because of the extraordinary effort it took to bring the crew home alive. Lovell flew on 3 other missions, including Apollo 8, the first manned mission to orbit the moon. Jim Lovell was 97 years old.
Such a legacy.
Wow.
Truly, such a legacy.
Now to a history-making day ahead for the Major League Baseball Major League Baseball. As the league's first female, as the league's first female umpire takes the field this afternoon, ABC's Acho Singh is here with great news for the MLB. Good morning, Acho.
Good morning, Janae. And that's right. It's a moment that baseball fans, young and old, may never forget. Today, Major League Baseball will welcome its first female umpire in league history. Jen Powell will make her debut working the bases in Game 1 of the Marlins and Braves doubleheader this afternoon. She'll be behind home plate for the series finale on Sunday as well. It's been nearly a decade-long climb for the 48-year-old who began umpiring in 2016 after attending MLB's Umpire Training Academy. By last year, she became the first woman in 34 years to work a AAA game, and just 1 year later, the first to call a Major League spring training game since 2007. So while it's history for the rest of us, Powell seems used to breaking glass ceilings. And more history this week. Tuesday at Fenway Park, the Red Sox aired their first ever all-female broadcast. Emma Tiedemann, Alana Rizzo, and Kaylee Hudson on the sidelines, backed by a mostly female production crew. And guys, so much history being made on the diamond this week, but to put officiating into broader context, the NBA broke its gender barrier for officials 28 years ago, the NFL 10 years ago, and the Men's World Cup just 3 years ago. The NHL, though, guys, is still waiting.
Wow. It's incredible that it's taken this long, 2025, but it just shows her dedication to the sport.
Seriously.
And she's been doing this a very long time.
For sure.
Yeah, thank you so much, Acho. So coming up here on Good Morning America, the latest on flight limits at one of the nation's busiest airports.
And the terrifying water slide malfunction at sea. We hear from passengers as a massive cruise ship returns to port.
And in our second hour, what parents need to know about their kids' health and the surprising amount of ultra-processed foods that they eat. Stick around. You're watching Good Morning America on this Saturday morning.
To reach the place where you belong.
Oh my God, what is happening?
Okay,
Who am I? It's me, it's Mom. If you're me and I'm you, then who's that? I'm Grandma, sweetheart.
Welcome back to GMA. Freakier Friday making its box office debut. The body swap comedy reuniting Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis for a sequel 22 years after the original film. Deadline reports the movie is on track to reel in up to $30 million in its opening weekend. All that nostalgia.
I want to see it so bad.
Yeah. I know.
All right, let's take a look at some of the other stories we're following here on this Saturday morning. Newark Airport could be in for a longer stretch of limited flight operations. The FAA proposing to extend cuts through October of next year. Back in May, the agency ordered flight cuts at the travel hub through the end of this year. The FAA saying extending the cuts would help maintain safety and alleviate delays that are linked to staffing and equipment issues.
And a recall alert this morning, 2 sugar-free sweeteners raising concerns due to a packaging mix-up. New Naturals issued a recall of its pure monk fruit sweetener and organic pure stevia. The retailer says that some of the monk fruit bottles contain stevia, while some stevia bottles contain monk fruit. The bottles were sold nationwide.
A gambler on a hot streak is continuing his fortune after hitting 389 jackpots. The man, who's only been identified as Mar O, tried his luck for 24 hours at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Tampa. In his impressive speed run on July 25th, he won $2 million on several slot machines, and it looks like he picked the perfect place to win big. That venue has previously been coined the luckiest casino in the U.S.
Hey, all right.
389 jackpots.
Good for him.
Well, I
Wow.
wonder how much that cost him.
Right? Yeah, that's a good point. What's the output?
Yeah.
We do start this half hour with passengers speaking out about those alarming moments on board the largest cruise ship in the world when part of the giant water slide cracked open. ABC's Ike Ajachi has more as the ship returned to port this morning. That video was crazy to see, Ike. Good morning.
It really was. Good morning, Janae. Whistles and screams echoed across Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas after this shocking and eye-opening accident left one man reportedly bloodied. This morning, passengers speaking out after a frightening scene on the world's largest cruise ship. A man injured after the acrylic glass broke off the frightening bolt water slide on Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas, sending torrents of water pouring on the deck below.
All of a sudden, people start screaming, yelling, freaking out, and we see the water slide, and there's just water gushing out of a huge hole out of the back of it.
Maddie Adams from North Carolina witnessed the accident, telling ABC News she later saw a man bleeding in a wheelchair.
Employees were trying to shield him with towels. There's like plexiglass, acrylic glass from the slide on the deck below. So it's honestly a miracle that nobody was severely injured.
The vessel was at sea traveling between the U.S. Virgin Islands and the Bahamas when the incident occurred. The frightening bolt is the tallest drop slide at sea, with a drop floor that propels the guest along the 282-foot slide through a 360 loop. Royal Caribbean issuing a statement, writing the guest is being treated for his injuries. The water slide is closed for the remainder of the sailing, pending an investigation.
They're going to be looking at everything else on the ship, all the other water slides and dry slides that they have to ensure everything is safe. This is, a 1 in a million occurrence.
Now, the icon of the seas returned to the port of Miami this morning, ending a 7-day itinerary, guys. Just a really scary moment there.
Yeah. And it raises so many questions about what could have happened and the planning and all of this, too. So hopefully he's going to be okay.
Hopefully.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And the NFL preseason underway, delivering some exciting storylines. ESPN football analyst and former NFL player Sam Acho joins us to break it all down. Sam, good morning to you. It's great to have you here. So last night, of course, all eyes were on the Cleveland Browns' Shedeur Sanders, who threw for 2 touchdowns in his preseason debut against the Carolina Panthers. What's the fan reaction been like, and what kind of impression do you think he made?
Yeah, fans are extremely excited about Shedeur Sanders' play. There were some throws that he made that jumped off of the screen. He was able to look like a veteran, even though it was his first action as a rookie in the NFL. Shedeur Sanders was able to use his legs and escape in the pocket. He was able to throw on the run. He was able to do things that people weren't expecting. Earlier on in the preseason, the offseason, he was 4th on the depth chart. But because of different injuries to other quarterbacks, he got an opportunity to start. He did not waste that opportunity. And so the fan reaction, the teammates' reaction for Shedeur Sanders is a high level of excitement, but they want to see if he can be consistent.
And Sam, there's a full roster of games going on today. Which matchups are really interesting you?
Well, the first one I want to see, I really want to see what Travis Hunter does. Remember, Travis Hunter, he was that two-way star at Colorado, a teammate of Shedeur Sanders. He plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and he also is the first player really to be a full-time starter, potentially, on both offense and defense. And so Travis Hunter with Jacksonville, I want to see, will he start on defense? Will he also start on offense? What will he do as a receiver and also as a cornerback? That's the player that I cannot wait to watch.
Travis came in here the morning after he won the Heisman. We were so excited for him and excited to watch him. Besides him and Shedeur, are there any other star players out there that you're keeping an eye on?
Yeah, one of them is Cam Ward. He was the #1 overall pick in the draft. So we talk about Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter Heisman trophies, but Cam Ward, he went to the U, went to Miami. He was the #1 pick. There's a lot of talk about his arm talent, a lot of talk about what he can do as a quarterback, but this is the NFL. It's not college anymore. So that's one player. The second is J.J. McCarthy. No, he's not a rookie. He was a rookie last year, the 10th overall pick, but he got injured in the first preseason game. Tore his meniscus, missed his entire rookie season. Well, now he's coming back to get his first start. And as a quarterback, usually in practice, you don't get hit by your teammates. Well, now it's live action. The defense will try to hit the Minnesota Vikings starting quarterback. So I want to see what J.J. McCarthy does when he's facing real pressure from true opponents in the pocket as a quarterback.
All right, Sam Acho, we appreciate you being with us this morning. Thank you so much.
Now on GMA with the portrait artist who makes up for his admitted lack of talent by fostering friendships. ABC's Will Gans is here with this incredible story. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Gio. Jacob Ryan Reno first tried portraiture at a house party in 2018. He stunk at it then, and he still stinks at it now. But there's something about his not-so-fine art that folks can't get enough of.
There's power in a portrait.
You have a gift, Jack. You do. You see people.
From Titanic to Seinfeld.
He transcends time and space.
And then there's this. And these. They're self-described terrible portraits brought to life by terrible portrait artist Jacob Ryan Reno.
People will ask me, they're like, well, are you actually like a really talented visual artist? And I'm like, no, like I'm trying as hard as I possibly can.
The 26-year-old offering $5 terrible portraits drawn in 5 terrible minutes.
I just try to make it as like elevated of an experience as I possibly can. Like I play like jazz music. I like usually have like flowers on my table.
The project starting as a joke between Jacob and a friend a few months back.
Have you gotten better as an artist?
No, I think I'm worse. I think I'm actually getting worse, to be honest. And that's the honest to God truth.
But what may seem silly has brought about some serious connections in Jacob's Chicago neighborhood, with conversations unfolding about grief and love and everything in between.
That is why I do it. And also, I just love talking to my neighbors. I love being a member of my community. I just get like a good little 5-minute just slice of life from people.
Now Jacob's drawing terrible portraits for the public at least once a week.
It's so rewarding to make something that people just resonate with. I get to make people laugh. That really makes my day.
Jacob says there's also something about picking up a new skill as an adult. Granted, he still is working on his skill as a portrait artist, but it allows him to be fully present when he's there across the table from somebody. By the way, he was fully present when he drew our portraits for us, you guys.
So you slid these over?
Hot off the presses from Chicago.
Look at it?
Whit, why don't you go first?
You know, it's pretty accurate, actually. What do you say?
Yes.
It's the crazy eyes.
That's you on a Sunday morning without sleep.
Yeah. Sleepless Whit on a Sunday.
Janae.
I like it.
All right.
Lots of teeth and curly hair.
Yeah. He likes a lot of teeth.
gosh.
Okay, all right. So what's mine look like? What's the? What?
Oh.
Yes.
You know.
Here it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of dig the haircut. It's like a little. It's like a little bit of a square head.
Yeah, it's a
right?
little Frankenstein.
Will, show us yours.
I got mine too.
This
I
little
did
baby
a
face.
nice closed mouth smile.
Wow. Look at those lips.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Anyway,
I love this story, though.
It's great. It's all about connecting people. He's even been hired now for private events as well. So who knows, at my birthday party next year, maybe we'll each be getting terrible portraits drawn by Jacob.
I love it.
That's amazing.
Thank you, Jacob. We will frame these.
Yes. And picking up a new skill as an adult is so great, truly, whether you're good or not.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Now with our play of the day and one toddler's behind the back trick. Take a look at this as this 1-year-old plays
tray.
fetch with the family lab.
Big tray. Okay.
Oh,
Where'd it go?
where'd it go? Where'd the ball go? Oh, so a perfect little sleight of hand trick there. It's all by accident, of course.
Oh, that's hysterical. There's the ball.
Yeah. You didn't see it rolled
Wait,
right into the hood.
The toddler, the puppy, and Gio.
Yeah,
We're wondering where it went.
exactly. You guys didn't see it. Gio just ran across the studio chasing the ball.
Good job, honey.
The dog wondering, does my friend have superpowers? Mom posting here, I don't know who was more confused. The video has gone viral with more than 2.5 million views on TikTok.
I know
One
who was
person
more
writing,
confused.
legend has it they're still looking for the ball. We found it, though. Great stuff.
That is adorable.
Gio will find it eventually.
That was really funny, Gio. Still coming up here on GMA in our second hour, our GMA cover story looking at our kids' diets and breaking down how much of it involves ultra-processed foods.
And people have lots to say about a song being called the worst of all time, what the band is now saying about it.
And Wednesday star Georgie Farmer live right here in studio. We come back.
Wednesday Addams.
Good morning, America. It's our second hour. Deadly shooting in Atlanta. Bullets flying near the campuses of the Centers for Disease Control and Emory University. Residents put on lockdown, an officer and the gunman killed.
Today is a very dark day in DeKalb County.
Your kids and ultra-processed foods. A new report finds they make up the majority of children's diets. The health risks and what to look out for when feeding your family.
A lesson in thriving. A student who lost her home in the Los Angeles fires gets a life-changing surprise.
What is that?
Her story and what's next for this college freshman.
And Georgie Farmer is live, bringing us behind the scenes of the hit show Wednesday.
But I like that girl.
And we love that Georgie is kicking off our weekend, as he says.
Good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Saturday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, Georgie. Right back. We're excited to have you with us this morning, and good morning to all of you at home. Wednesday. It's been a big week for
it has been, yeah.
The whole cast coming out. We've got more on that coming up. Also ahead here, lifting the spirits of a young dancer who lost everything in a wildfire. The company that stepped up and gave her new hope for the future.
Oh, that's amazing. Also here, a new Instagram feature. Everybody's talking about this. It aims to bring friends together, but it's fueling a wave of safety concerns. So what you need to know about location sharing and protecting your privacy.
We were all just talking about that one. A lot to get to, but first we start with the shooting in Atlanta near the campuses of the CDC and Emory University. A police officer and the gunman were both killed. ABC's Faith Abube is live in Atlanta with the very latest. Good morning, Faith.
Yeah, good morning to you, Janae. It was a chaotic and frightening scene that sent panic throughout this entire community. There are pieces of police tape still here at the scene. This is the CVS building where officers found that gunman shot to death. There are bullet holes in several of the doors here around the CVS. And this morning, investigators say that suspect shot and killed a police officer who was responding to an active shooter call.
This morning, an urgent investigation underway after a gunman opened fire near the CDC headquarters in Atlanta, killing a police officer.
Today is a very dark day in DeKalb County.
Just before 5 p.m. Friday, multiple gunshots reported at a CVS on an intersection by the campus of Emory University and near the entrance of the CDC.
We later found the shooter on the second floor of the CVS.
Officials saying the suspect fired multiple rounds into the CDC buildings. This image taken from inside, capturing some of the bullet holes. The gunman then exchanging gunfire with first responders who scrambled to the scene, shooting a police officer before ultimately succumbing to a gunshot wound himself.
He had been struck by gunfire. We do not know at this time whether that was from officers or if it was self-inflicted.
University officials sharing this urgent warning to the campus community as the chaos unraveled. Run, hide, fight.
Bro, back up.
Nearby, residents placed on lockdown, including a daycare center with 92 children inside.
She heard gunshots and there was an active shooter and they were on lockdown.
Kristen saying her wife and son, just 1.5 years old, were inside when it happened.
Angering that, my child can't be safe at daycare and my wife can't be safe picking him up from daycare.
According to the CDC, at least 4 of its buildings were shot in the attack, adding in a statement, "Our top priority is the safety and well-being of everyone at CDC. We're actively coordinating with federal, state, and local partners to fully investigate the shooter and this tragic crime." And this morning, a community mourning one of their own. The DeKalb County Police Department identifying 33-year-old David Rose as the police officer who was killed by the shooter. He leaves behind his pregnant wife and 2 children.
It's a noble profession that we all do. We answer the call to serve our community, and he gave his life with a commitment to serve others, and he should be respected for that.
And Gio, that officer was supposed to be celebrating his 1 year with that department next month, but of course he passed away in the shooting. We're seeing some CDC employees who are dropping off flowers for him this morning. Investigators have still not revealed a motive or the suspect's identity, but the mayor here in Atlanta making some vague references, saying that the suspect was a known person that may have some interest in certain things. We're asking investigators for more answers. Gio.
That poor officer's family, our thoughts are with them. Faith, thank you so much. Meanwhile, gunfire overnight in Times Square, leaving 3 people injured. Police say a fight broke out between a group of teenagers around 1:30 this morning. A 17-year-old reportedly got into an argument with a 19-year-old, then started shooting. The gunshots sending people into a panic and running for cover in one of the busiest intersections of the world, the crossroads of the world as we know it. That 19-year-old was hit in the foot. A 65-year-old man and an 18-year-old woman were also hurt. Police arrested the 17-year-old. Janae?
All right, Gio, out west now to the wildfire danger that's forcing thousands of people north of Los Angeles from their homes. ABC's Alex Stone is in Castaic, California, looking at some of the devastation there. Good morning, Alex.
Janae, good morning to you. And yeah, it's going to be another tough day for firefighters today across the West. They have a lot of work left to do. Just look at this, where flames came barreling through this property. This was a World War II era shed that completely burned down to the ground. Firefighters were able to save the home next to it. But while temperatures are easing a bit today in much of the West, it is still very hot and dry. This fire has now burned over 5,300 acres. And in Meeker, Colorado, the small town is under threat from 2 wildfires. Over 73,000 acres have burned there. The National Guard has been called in to help in Colorado. And today, red flag fire warnings are up from Oregon to Colorado. And guys, the man who lives in this home right here, he says that all these flames came in. It went from a beautiful day to raging flames in about 10 minutes, wiping all of this out. Whit?
Yeah, it can happen in just an instant. Alex Stone for us, thank you. We turn now to President Trump announcing a meeting with President Putin in an effort to end Russia's war with Ukraine. ABC senior White House correspondent Selena Wang is in Washington with more. Selena, good morning.
Hey, wait, good morning. That's right. President Trump says he's meeting with Russia's Vladimir Putin next Friday in Alaska. Now, this would mark the first face-to-face meeting between Putin and a U.S. president or any major Western leader since Russia invaded Ukraine more than 3 years ago. Now, Trump had given Putin the deadline of Friday to end the war or face punishing sanctions. But the fighting has only intensified, and instead of imposing penalties, Trump is now agreeing to meet with Putin. Trump is also suggesting that a peace deal would involve exchanging territory. But overnight, Ukraine's Zelensky rejected that suggestion, saying in a statement, quote, Ukraine is ready for real solutions that can bring peace. Any solutions that are against us, any solutions that are without Ukraine are at the same time solutions against peace. Now, critics are calling the summit a gift to Putin. Senator Blumenthal told me that Putin is stringing Trump along. Now, Trump had initially pushed to have Zelensky included as part of this summit, but now he's moving ahead with just Putin. Meanwhile, the Kremlin has accepted these talks in Alaska, and Gio, they've already invited Trump to meet next in Russia.
Okay, we'll see what happens. Selena, thank you so much for that. All right, everybody's talking about this. Instagram is rolling out a new feature that allows users to share their location with friends, but some are sounding the alarm over privacy. ABC's Christian Cordero, she's all over this with the details. Good morning, Christian. All of us were checking our settings this morning.
Yeah, I bet you were, Gio. Good morning to you. So if your feed is like mine, you've likely seen a lot of people on Instagram talking about Instagram this week, and here's why. The social media company is out with a new feature called the Instagram Friend Map, causing some privacy and safety concerns and confusion. When you look at the new map, users' location can be shared one of 2 ways. And the key thing to remember here is you have to opt into sharing it. People do so by posting a location on their story, which is visible for 24 hours. Or, and this is the feature that has sparked concern, you can opt into sharing your live location. The head of Instagram is clarifying your live location can only be shared with a limited group of people who you choose. Adding live location sharing is by default off. Worth noting, parents, if you're supervising your teen's account, Instagram will notify you if they are sharing their location. Guys.
Yeah,
that
really,
is important information.
Yeah, and you really need to look at it. I don't know if I hit the wrong button, but I didn't opt in, and I still somehow shared a location. So maybe I hit something wrong, but we got to watch that.
Yeah, worth keeping track of, guys.
Absolutely. Christian, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Coming up here, a new study on kids and ultra-processed foods, how much they are eating and what they mean for their health.
We'll all be watching that one. Also ahead, it's being called the worst song of all time. Stay tuned to see if you agree.
I don't think I've heard it. And Tori Johnson is here with Deals and Steals with the beauty products and treatments that you don't want to miss. Stick around. You're watching GMA, and it's Saturday morning.
We are back now with our GMA cover story. A new study showing that kids in the U.S. get a majority of their calories from ultra-processed foods. Ike Ajachi is following all of this. As parents, we were talking about it. It's so hard to get them to eat healthy foods. It's a big problem.
Yeah, it really is. And this new report from the CDC, it finds that these ultra-processed foods, or UPFs, make up 2/3 of what kids eat, and the numbers weren't much better for adults. Now, from 2021 to 2023, UPFs made up 55% of Americans' daily average calories. And for kids and teens, that amount rose to 61.9%, peaking at nearly 65% for kids ages 6 to 11. So what exactly are ultra-processed foods? Well, UPFs are factory-made with added sugars, salts, fats, and ingredients such as preservatives or artificial colors not typically used in home cooking. Now, these foods often come in ready-to-eat packages, and while convenient, they can lead to weight gain, increased risk of heart disease and diabetes, and can affect mood and mental health. Now, with that in mind, and with about 1 in 5 American children and teens living with obesity, this report really is a cause for concern, guys.
It certainly is.
And for parents out there, we feel your pain.
We do, because you always want to be so mindful of it. But when kids only eat like 3 to 5 things, you're trying to
macaroni and
some
cheese,
kind of carbs
pizza.
and cheese.
Exactly.
It's a lot.
Carbs and cheese.
Yeah, but now we got the data. We got to pay attention to this. Thank you, Ike. Appreciate it.
Now, with someone who says no to ultra-processed foods, we're Vance.
If only that were true. I'd be posting the same beach pics you do, Gio, but alas, I love my carbs and my cheese. We begin today with the search for the worst song ever. A clip has gone viral this week on Twitter claiming that Home by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros is the worst song ever made. I know. That clip has now racked up 90 million views and more on Twitter. And the band's frontman, Alex Ebert, is coming to the song's defense, saying, in part, it's a good song, y'all. You put it on the harp, it's still working. You take out the harp, you sing it a cappella, it's still working. A good song with good bones. Now, while this 2010 song would not be on my list of the worst songs ever, Rolling Stone recently rounded up their nominees, which include Train's Drops of Jupiter.
Really?
I know. Black Eyed Peas, My Humps. Megan Trainor, All About That Bass. And Celine Dion's It's All Coming Back to Me Now.
Okay,
That's
you're
just
out of your
not
mind.
right. That's just not right.
No, this doesn't make sense.
I disagree with this whole list right here.
I'm glad to see you guys so incensed by this to me.
I can think of some bad songs.
Are you
I'm not
kidding
gonna
me?
name them.
That is not one of the worst.
You heard it here, you guys. Love it. Thanks for the input. Next, to your weekly dose of Taylor Swift, this time compliments of Selena Gomez. The Only Murders in the Building star telling podcaster Jake Shane that Selena and Taylor became friends because they were both dating Jonas Brothers. Selena dated Nick, Taylor dated Joe, and Selena joked that her friendship with Taylor is the best thing that both ladies got out of those relationships. Shots fired. Meanwhile, Joseph Kahn, who directed Taylor Swift's music videos for Bad Blood, Blank Space, and Look What You Made Me Do, revealed this week that he and Taylor had fully shot a music video for her song King of My Heart, but she decided against releasing it, favoring Ready For It because she thought that that was a better single. She's probably right, that is a better single, but that means that there's an unseen music video just waiting in the wings. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you know what? At least they weren't dating the same Jonas brother at the same time.
That's what I thought it was.
That would be some real tea.
Yeah,
exactly. All right, speaking of things that could really make me crazy, Glamour has dubbed this the summer of the crash out. The publication writing, after 7 months of terrible headlines and in the midst of a horrendously hot July, feels like everyone is on the edge of a full meltdown. So let's take a look at some headlines that have me crashing out. Apple TV Plus announced that it is working on a limited series based on The Holiday, the fan favorite 2006 rom-com starring Cameron Diaz, Jude Law, Kate Winslet, and Jack Black. The series will be about new characters swapping homes for the holiday season. Sounds lovely, right? Wrong. Nancy Myers, who wrote, produced, and directed the original Holiday, is not involved at all. She posted on social media. News to me. Imagine my surprise when I opened Instagram and this was the first post that I saw. Excuse me? How do we even consider making The Holiday without Nancy's involvement? Apple TV, come on now. We need the reigning queen of rom-coms involved here, or cancel the whole thing, and while we're at it, Christmas is canceled too.
Now we're crashing out.
Wow.
Now
No word yet on casting choices or when the series might come to the small screen. Happy crash out summer, everybody.
That was intense, Will.
That was great.
That was good.
That was
I felt
great.
like you were hitting home, though. Like, this could be the summer of the crash out.
It definitely is. Based
Right?
on your reactions to the worst songs ever list,
yeah.
we're all crashing out these days, you guys.
Oh, my goodness. All right, well, Will, thank you for that. We're going to head over to Deals and Steals, to Miss Tori Johnson over here, who joins us with, the goodies that you always have, Tori. Great beauty products and treatments so you can look and feel your very best. Good morning, Miss Tori.
We can be all glammed up like you.
Oh, I did a full routine
you got
last
the full
night.
glam, and you can get the full glam with Laura Geller Beauty, one of our favorites. We've got all of the fan favorite formulas here. I like to say designed for mature skin, so they really understand women of a certain age. One of their brand new products is this one right here, which is their Spackle Primer, now with SPF.
All right.
So it's great for prepping the skin, protecting the skin, and then perfecting the skin.
Good for daily use.
Yes, because it keeps your makeup just looking flawless. Gives you a little extra radiance. One of Laura's favorite products is this one right here. That one's called Wonder Balm, and it's a really great creamy. We've got it in a few shades. It's just like a really great creamy blush. Looks fabulous. But every one of these products looks fabulous. Our whole makeup team is so excited about this today because so many of their favorites, 50 to 65% off plus
free shipping.
From Laura Geller. Yes. Okay. Something else that's a favorite. This is Slip, and they make some of the most luxurious 100% silk pillowcases and accessories for our hair. The patterns are gorgeous, but even as important as how beautiful it looks is that it is clinically shown to help to improve hydration, minimize those lines that happen often with other types of bedding. So you get this super smooth feel on your skin. Great for your hair too. We also have their silk scrunchies. The eye masks are so gorgeous, also 100% silk. The turban is really beautiful.
I am eyeing this.
It is always a good hair day when you've got one of these silk turbans. Everything is slashed in half. Treat yourself to Slip.
Treat yourself.
Yes. Okay, sticking with hair here. This is Style Edit. Some of the easiest ways to immediately fill in either roots, any kind of root cover-up that you need, but also even like thinning areas around the hairline if you want to add the appearance of more volume. 3 different ways to do it. Powder, pen, or spray. Powder's my favorite because it's so easy. It comes right here on the bottom with this little poof. You know, dab it right there, and then you put it right immediately to your scalp in the areas where you need it. Instant volume, instant color, instant coverage, 50% off plus, say the magic word.
Free shipping.
You got it. Okay, making their deals debut, we've got Sky and Soul here. Body SPF, is this one 50?
Yeah.
That's a really great one. Does not leave that ghostly cast that we don't like, but it's also super moisturizing and hydrating on the skin. We have face and body options. We also have what I love is their Jelly Lip Trio that has SPF in it, so you get that great jelly look on your lips, but then you also get SPF coverage. They call their Tallow Face Serum here a wrinkle-fighting powerhouse. So you guys give it a try. All slash and half starts at $15.
It looks like a lot of natural ingredients.
Clean ingredients. Clean ingredients. They are known for that. Number 7. You guys know number 7. We love number 7. We've got all of their collections here. One of the most popular with our shoppers is Future Renew. This one right here, damage reversal in as few as 4 weeks, helps to reverse the visual signs of aging. I mean, I can't say enough about number 7. Everyone grabs this one up because it is 50% off and
free shipping and a wide assortment.
Huge assortment of all of the collections you choose based on your skin concerns. And then for nail care, Mavala. If you bite your nails, this is the product for you. It's called Stop. It creates a bitter taste so that you don't want to put your fingers in your mouth. If you've got breakage, we've got strengthening products, and one of my favorites, Cuticle Pen. Fabulous. All 50% off plus
free shipping.
You got it.
Good stuff, Tori. Thank you so much. And of course, we've partnered with these companies on these fantastic deals. You can get them at gmadeals.com. And we'll be right back here on GMA Saturday. Back now on GMA with the viral dance scene from Wednesday, season 1. Everyone's seen that.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like Janae's dancing.
I know, basically.
Jenna Ortega actually choreographed that epic number herself.
Wow.
Which is so cool.
Did not know that. Also, of course, we've been talking to the cast of the show on GMA all week long. It's been a ton of fun. And coming up here, Georgie Farmer is going to join us to talk more about season 2. Looking forward to that. First, though, let's take a look at some of the top stories that we're following right now. Frightening moment on the football field when Detroit Lions safety Maurice Norris suffered a serious injury in a preseason game. Norris took a knee to the head while attempting to tackle Atlanta's Nathan Carter. Norris collapsed after his head appeared to snap back. Moments later, an ambulance took him off the field. The NFL is suspending the game. Lions head coach says Norris is breathing, talking, and feeling movement in his arms and legs.
Very scary there. Right now, 4 astronauts are making the long journey back to Earth. The SpaceX Crew Dragon undocked from the International Space Station Friday evening. The crew is expected to splash down in the Pacific Ocean later this morning. Just last week, the spacecraft delivered this crew's replacement, so very cool.
And a tribute fit for a football great standing tall in Boston. The New England Patriots unveiled this 12-foot statue of Tom Brady outside Gillette Stadium. The bronze sculpture features Brady with a fist in the air and holding his helmet. And the base showcases the 6 Super Bowl championships that Brady helped the team win. Brady spoke briefly, saying he felt extremely honored and deeply grateful.
Yeah,
Very
that
cool.
statue, he had the game face on,
Yeah.
too. That's the face of a winner right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now to the story of another winner, of Jada Dean, a high school graduate who lost her home in the Los Angeles fires earlier this year. We're happy to report that she received a much-deserved leg up as she prepares to head to college. Take a look. When incoming college freshman Jada Dean attended Thrive Cosmetics Makeup Masterclass, little did she know there was a special surprise in store.
We'll have 10 $10,000 scholarships. We are so excited to announce our first recipient is Miss Jada.
Jada, the first to receive the makeup company's new Los Angeles Wildfire Recovery Scholarship. Her family had lost their home in those devastating fires.
I'm just so grateful, especially after such a rough year. Like, it feels like it was all worth it.
Thrive Cosmetics raising $100,000 in all for the new scholarship program. Their team working with Jada's mom for weeks to set up the surprise.
I'm just on cloud 9. I'm floating. We were both going to be like, okay, look, you work a part-time job, I'll work 2 full-time jobs, we'll make it work. She couldn't be a teenager right now, and that's just everything.
Now, Jada looking forward to attending college this fall with a whole new world of possibilities.
It's like a new chance to find new connections and explore, like new people and learn different things, and I love learning. I think it's very exciting.
An awesome story.
It really is. And joining us now from Los Angeles is Carissa Bodner, the founder of Thrive Cosmetics. Thank you so much for being with us. Carissa, I have to say, Thrive Cosmetics, you guys have one of the best mascaras on the market. Truly, you should know it's a great company. Let's start with why you chose Jada for this scholarship.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Jada really exemplifies everything that this scholarship stands for. After going through so much all throughout her life, especially losing everything in the fires, we wanted to be able to support her in her journey and the way that she still has so much positivity and purpose in how she lives her daily life makes her the perfect first recipient of this amazing scholarship.
And we know that you're based there in LA. How did the fires impact your company as well?
You know, the fires impacted so many people on our team, and despite the way that our teams were impacted, people were evacuated, people were losing their homes. People showed up for one another, and I think that's what Thrive Cosmetics stands for. And I am so proud of our team and our community and the ways that they were showing up to volunteer at different shelters and also be, giving makeup and skincare to people who had lost everything. We had people lining up at our doors to be able to serve them, and it was a really challenging and also really special time to see the community coming together.
And Carissa, I just love the name of the company, Thrive Cosmetics. And obviously that's your commitment to causes, but it also has a little to do with us here at GMA.
Oh, yes, it does. Good Morning America has been such a big part of the Thrive Cosmetics journey, even before I had the great privilege of meeting you and my friends Robin and Elena and Ginger and Laura. It was actually when I heard Robin speak about that these women who were experiencing cancer were not just survivors, but they were thrivers. After many years of working on the products and the company and the mission, I had no brand name until I heard Robin Roberts say that on Good Morning America.
Wow.
Yeah, my eyes welled up with tears, and I just said, oh my gosh, I know the name of our company now. And so GMA has always been a part of the Thrive Cosmetics family, and I'm so grateful to be a part of yours. So thank you for being a part of my journey, and also just the fact that we get to launch this scholarship with you guys. This scholarship is for anybody who's been impacted by the wildfires. We want to be helping students that are currently in school, as well as people who are, we recently met a woman who's 45 years old, lost her home, and she wants to go to school to become a makeup artist. And we want to be a part of that journey. And the fact that Good Morning America is also a part of that journey with us is so special.
Well, it's so amazing, such a young company, and yet you are doing so much for other people already.
Yeah.
It's amazing, Carissa.
Already raising $100,000 for these
Isn't
10
it crazy?
scholarships. It is incredible. And so just hats off to you and your company and all that you're doing, Carissa. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, and it's really a testament to our community and the way that they show up. Thank you so much.
We are here now with actor Georgie Farmer. He stars as Ajax on the hit show Wednesday, which is back for its highly anticipated second season. Georgie, welcome. It's so great to have you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
We decked out the whole studio just for your arrival.
Honestly, this whole week has been surreal, and this just feels even more surreal. So, yeah, thank you so much for having me.
We've been having so much fun just chatting with you during the commercial break, what everything's been like behind the scenes for you. It's so incredible. The show is so popular. The cast is amazing. Also, your character in this season really goes on a bit of a journey here. How would you describe that?
Yeah, for sure. I think this season, Ajax is really trying to figure himself out. He's Gorgon's in Nevermore as sort of this like outcast among outcasts. So I think it was really important for him to sort of find himself, feel comfortable in who he is, which is a complicated thing to do going through high school. And doing it with a peer like full of special powers is a whole different thing. And then he's also navigating some heartbreak this year, which is always tough in high school. So yeah, a lot on his plate this season. Yeah.
So you told us when you first sat at the very first table read that you were just like, oh my gosh, like how am I even here? Because the cast is so incredible. Now you've gotten through season 1, reading the script for season 2. What'd you think?
I remember they sent it to me. I read it. I think the first 6 minutes, I was like, wow, we're going there. I was like, okay, it's going to get that dark.
Yeah.
And then as it went on, and as the show continues to go on, there are just so many crazy moments. I mean, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And yeah, I mean, they're so amazing at writing this show and creating this world. And yeah, I think fans are really going to be excited.
Well, you're selling it. Let's take a look.
I should have told you when school started that my feelings had changed.
Was it something that I did?
No. Just over the summer, I realized I wasn't that insecure girl who thought she would never fit in.
But I like that girl.
I know. But she wolfed out and found herself.
You never gave me a heads up. I wish we could have just talked about it before you moved on without me.
I'm really sorry.
And there's that heartbreak that you were talking
Brutal.
about.
Brutal. Guys, it's always the guy in the varsity jacket.
Always.
Yeah.
Always
is.
So you and the cast, you really bonded over music. And maybe that's why we gave you the mic right now.
I know.
Because you really started a band over this?
Okay, so basically, Noah, who's in the show, plays Bruno. He has a band with his brother called 1 Minute Friend. And so when he was writing songs in Dublin, he would sort of want to like try them out. And I play drums, and Owen plays guitar too. And so we'd do like jam sessions together in my apartment in Dublin. I apologize to my neighbors. It was very loud. We had like 3 massive amps. It was the best time. I love those guys so much. And yeah, we had a blast.
Oh, amazing. And you were also talking about Tim Burton and what it's been like, having him just even call you by name, right, around the
Surreal,
set. He's the creator of Wednesday, obviously. Have you always been a big fan of his and his work?
Massive. I remember whenever there was a new Tim Burton movie in the movie theaters, it would be like a big event for me and my family. I dressed up as Edward Scissorhands 3 Halloweens in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like my favorite movie growing up. Yeah, I mean, he's just a genius and an icon, and he's truly one of the nicest men I've ever met. And yeah, just being able to get to work with him on this is a dream come true.
Well, we're so excited to see you in this next season. I know this has been such a journey, and you've been excited to work with this cast, and such a career moment for you, but it's been fun watching you grow and going through this process too.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm just so lucky and so grateful, and yeah, I'm just excited for everyone to see it.
Here we go. So there you go. You can watch Wednesday Season 2 Part 1 right now, and then Part 2 on September 3rd, only on Netflix. Georgie, once again, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, we are all feeling the wellness here. Will Gans is coming back with ABC Secret Sales. What's that?
Oh, it smells really good. Lavender. Relax.
This foot thing is crazy, y'all.
So good.
Come on back.
It's so good.
And we're back now with ABC Secret Sales. Will was on a ladder, so I got on a ladder too. He's got these clever solutions for home upgrades. Everything right now is shoppable. There's that QR code right down there.
Yeah,
Okay, there it is.
We got the Michael Strahan lighting up here. I think that's why they're still light up here. Exactly. So this is Halo, and what's great about these is that they're super lightweight. As you can tell, they're also very sturdy and steady too. And I'm on the step stool here, which comes with this extra safety guardrail. It's got ergonomic leg supports too, so if you are leaning forward maybe to paint or doing whatever you're doing, that's what's great about these. Large capacity waistband down there as well, with the secure bag clamping frame for cleanliness and convenience. And today you'll save 40% on all of these options from Halo.
It's not moving.
Yeah.
It's really sturdy.
Perfect.
Excellent. All right, let's safely get down
Yes, and move on over to,
We were just using, well, Janae's still sitting there.
The spa zone.
I was using Samara's here. This thing is insane.
We'll bring the volume down a little bit because it seems like the vibes
Whisper
over
a
here.
little bit?
Yeah, exactly. This is Life Pro. As you guys can tell, the deep tissue foot massagers are great for blood circulation, relaxing tight muscle.
Do not zoom in on feet. Hold on a second. Wait a second. That's why I went and got massage. Wait a second. We're not getting that comfortable.
We're going to have to add a blur in the rear. Yeah, no, exactly. But you can add heat if you want to add heat. You can also tilt this up if you wanted a calf massage. You could also use it for your forearms if you wanted to. And you set it on a timer. It's perfect for all of those things. Today from Life Pro, 40% off plus free shipping.
For your Wiki Feet profile.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got over here?
Exactly. All right, this is Hydra Aromatherapy, and what's fabulous about these things is that we have pure essential roll-on, so if you're just on the go and you're wanting something quick and easy, you can also add bath tea to your bath.
So it smells so
Isn't that
good.
amazing? So it's like you are the tea. Yeah, and it's easy cleanup. I hate when there's a residue and stuff on the tub afterwards, but not with any of these products.
These smell good.
Isn't it amazing? Everything is made in America, and you'll get 40% off today with our deal. I want to talk about the Kelvin tool over here. It's 8-in-1. It has seatbelt cutters. It has, if you need to charge,
This is super useful.
a flashlight, a window breaker. If you need to charge the battery within, you can crank it. It will stay charged, but if you ever need to, you can do this as well.
Really?
So it's peace of mind. Keep it in your car, and if you ever need it, it's there for you.
I don't have a car, but I want one. This is awesome.
Today, $20. Sorry, excuse me, you'll save more than 30%. This is our $20 bundle over here from Guard Your ID. This is a fan favorite, and we love this so much. So this is perfect for blocking out any sensitive information you might have on a prescription bottle. You can use it on any bills or anything like that. You just roll over it. It's perfect. It saves you from having to shred everything. And today, $20 for the bundle for Guard Your ID.
All right, pretty good deals. Y'all feel good over there?
So good.
Yeah, they're not moving.
We feel
they're
good
not
over
moving.
here.
We've partnered for all these companies right now on these great bargains. Get them over on our website or scan that QR code right there.
So before we go, in the spirit of the Addams Family, Will Gans is going to audition as Lurch. It's season 3.
Don't fall off. Don't crash out.
Cast me in Wednesday, and have a great day, America.
You need a darker suit, Will Gans.
Thank you for starting your day with us.